good afternoon, or good night, plenty friends. Welcome back to another new video. Today, I'm going to take you guys along and give you guys a complete apartment houseplant tour. I am super duper excited. I ended up changing a lot of things, like literally. For some reason, the plants look so good in the living room. Now, I'm not sure if it's because like all the natural light that's coming in, or like there's just more direct sunlight being hit in the living room compared as if it was like in the plant room. But it's such a vibe in here, and I noticed that I keep spending so much time in here creating content and just relaxing and just, I don't know, I really do love this setup. I really do. So without any further ado, let's just go and continue. But if you're new, hi, welcome to this fancy channel. My name is David, and in this channel we do a lot of shopping video and a lot of plant content. So if you're into that, consider joining us. And without any further ado, let's just get started. I'm just super excited. Also, if you hear like weird noises or something like that, I'm making some coffee because halfway through the video I like get annoyed at my own voice, so I need to like stop filming, get some fresh air, and then continue filming. You guys, I don't think you guys understand how much I'm not gonna get to it, but yeah, I need a little break. So I'm making some coffee right now, so like halfway through the video I'm gonna go and just sip some coffee. So without any further ado, I keep saying that, but let's just get started. You guys, this is the living room. Literally, it is my happy place. Yes, so I guess we can start over here. So this is I think this is one of my oldest my oldest Cibo Blue is this one right over here. She's been with me for almost 3 years. When I bought my Cibo Blue, I also bought my Brazil and my neon pothos, which is literally one of my 3 longest vining plants. I've chopped my neon pothos multiple times, also my Cibo Blue and my Brazil. But as of now, I've been letting them like just do their own thing for a couple of months, and as you guys can see, it has grown a lot. My Brazil has grown over 2 feet, neon pothos over 3 feet. Neon pothos are literally one of my favorite houseplants. And let me turn on another light so it's not so dark. And the stuff for like, you see this again, we are arranging the entire room, the entire apartment right now. So yeah, and I think right now it's a little bit like, I guess you can say like blurry, messy right now, but we're gonna settle down pretty soon. So yeah, we have the Cibo Blue over here, and this is one of my newest ones that I got like 4 months ago, and it has grown so much since I had it outside. It is out of this massive pot, you guys. I have it as like a cash pot. It is sitting in water, but I noticed that like, I don't know, as I have the fan on, my plants dry out super duper fast, and I noticed that just makes them be a lot better. I haven't really had any problems. I do not recommend this because a lot of people have problems with that, like, you know, with root rot, but that's how I treat a lot of my houseplants. But yeah, so, and I just noticed this is a lot, so I'm gonna go and like drain half of the water away and leave it in there. But yeah, she is doing super duper good, just chilling and vibing in this little Dollar Tree pot that I got from Dollar Tree. And then over here we have this humongous neon pothos. Literally, my neon pothos does this beautiful thing, and I noticed a lot of other people's plants do it as well, like the neon pothos. They like let me like, oh, my mine does it as well, and it's super duper fun. I'm trying to like find the leaves. So some leaves are like white variegated, and other leaves are like green variegated, which is really cool. See, here's a little bit of green variegation. Also, another thing about the neon pothos is it makes me happy because no matter if it's like in a low light spot, I consider this like medium light. It gets a little bit of direct light for like 1 hour, and then the entire day. These are 2 south facing windows, by the way. The entire day just gets like a pretty bright light, but even then it develops like really big leaves, and it was in a very dark spot as well, like back then, and it was still developing the biggest leaves. I know fertilizer has to do some stuff as well with, you know, if you fertilize your plants, it will develop bigger leaves. But it makes me super duper happy, and I use microgrow, you guys, on fertilizing. And look, I just found the other leaf that I was talking about. This is white variegation. I don't know if it's gonna focus. It's really cool. I don't know why it does this, but I like it. It's kind of cute. And then over here it has a green little mark right there. It's like kind of fun. You see some and then you don't. Look at this other leaf, almost similar as the one that we just saw. I think it's really beautiful, and I wish like that could be stable. I think that would look so beautiful. But yeah, and all this like fresh growth that you're seeing, this is all brand new from like, I think like these 2 weeks since this leaf as well. it's just been doing super good. And I'm also like questioning like, why is it doing so good? Because it's like just doing a lot, and I think I'm fertilizing it because it's just putting a lot of leaves, and I think it's best to reward it with some food. So yeah, this is my neon pothos. She is literally my everything. And then over here we have a really fun Threaded Scantii that I just recently got. I love Threaded Scantii because they have like a beautiful shimmer effect on their leaves, and this one is really soft. Its leaves are like super duper soft. I'm honestly in love with it. And I also love like the bottom part is like purple, because whenever you hang plants, like as you can see, I have like quite a amount of plants hanging, you can't really see a lot of the beautiful foliage is on top, but this one, it looks really nice as like a top perspective. You can see all the nice fuzzy leaves, but then if you have it hanging in the bottom, you can see all of this beautiful foliage like on the back, and the camera's not really pulling it through, but in person it looks really nice, and I really do love it a lot. So yeah, I got this for $20. Usually back then it was $14.98 at Walmart, all the hanging baskets, and then at Lowe's it was $16.98. No. Home Depot used to be $19.98. Lowe's used to be, God damn it, like $13.98 or $89, and then Lowe's was the cheapest on the hanging baskets. It was $12.98. You know, I don't know how, but literally all of them, they're all $20. So that's on that. But really beautiful plants. And I think this is another new one, you guys. This is I don't know what it's called. People are saying it's like a Monstera something, and even then, like, the name is pretty difficult to pronounce. And I also heard that it's really easy to propagate, but it has the most beautiful leaves, and a lot of people are freaking out. Like, I saw it and I was like, I've never seen this before, but I see it on Facebook, like recently, people saying like they're popping up now, and nobody's like, oh my god, like where? And I'm just like, I didn't really know people wanted this one. Like, I didn't even know what it was, but it's really cool. It looks like a steel blue with a little bit of like crocodile, like, you know, like reptile skin. I'm literally obsessed with it. I love it so much. Like I said, people say it's really easy to propagate. It looks very similar, like the characteristics as a Cebu blue, and Cebu blues are very easy to propagate. Very easy, you guys. This one's just gorgeous. Also got it for $20 at Lowe's. And then right next to it, we have another. As I can see, I'm a huge Costa Farm person. Like, they know how obsessed I am over them. They actually sent me 3 plants a while back, and I think I still have. It was my polka dot begonia, a raven. I don't know. It's not this one. It's another raven, and a ranger peperonia, which I still have all 3. But this one is a Brazil. I already have a Brazil like literally right over here, and then I have another one which I don't think is with me right now. It's my mom's. And then when I saw this one, I just saw the most massive leaves. It looks pretty sad because I needed water. I think I need to water it again. I don't even know if I watered. I don't think I watered it. I'm gonna give it some fertilizer, but it's really beautiful. I mean, it looks a little bit bad. It's still gorgeous though, and I don't know, I could never say no to Brazils. I think they're the most funnest, beautiful, easy to care plants. Very easy, like as in like if you're going through something, like I've been going through something right now, like everybody's going through stuff right now, but recently more than before, and I haven't really had a time to take care of my plants. But this one does okay being neglected, not that much though. Like, you will literally see it when it's getting to its point of like, I really need some water, and once you give it water, like it would just like bounce back like nothing has ever happened, which makes me super duper happy. Next up, we have this this peace lily, which I got I think last year. She's been through some stuff, as you can see. Like, there's some old leaves right there, and yeah, she's been blooming a lot, to be honest, which I'm really surprised. I got it at HEB, I think for $20. I love it, I really do. Right over here, we have some other fun plants. So half of this plant, I did clean the leaves with a microfiber cloth, and that's basically it. And some of the leaves I didn't. Every now and then I get like a little cloth and I just start cleaning off the leaves and like removing the dust. I know that I can also like, you know, like rinse them off in the shower, but it's kind of therapeutic. So we have this beautiful Calatheas. I think this is called a Star Beauty. Not quite sure, but she is gorgeous. When I saw her, I was super duper happy. I think it was for $12.98 at Lowe's, or not, $14.98, and it doesn't have the price tag, but I like it a lot. And I literally had a little, a smaller one, and it died. I tried it multiple times to bring it to life and just help it, and every time it would die. And then this is my second time owning it, and she is thriving, living her best life right now. Hopefully I can keep her that way. Then we have a beautiful variegated peace lily, or aka domino peace lily. One of my favorite plants because it's very easy to look after and it just does really, really good. Also, another plant that really communicates well. Like when it needs water, you guys, it will tell you that it needs water. And it would just perk back up like nothing has ever happened. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful plant. And when it needs water, also, as you can see, these are like signs of being overwatered or underwatered. When you see yellow leaves, I majority of the time underwater it, so there are some leaves that are gonna go away, but that's perfectly fine. There are still some new ones that are coming in, and since I'm seeing new leaves, this will also get fertilized even in the winter. I'm going based off my plants, not going based off the internet. Okay, if my plant tells me like she is doing her best right now, she is active and putting out fresh growth, she will get rewarded. So yeah, my peace lily, I got this one at, oh my god, oh, it was from Plantarina. Oh my god, it was like a 4-inch pot and it was so small, but now she got so big because I got confused because I do have another peace lily, a very good dormant peace lily. It's right over here, which I will give you guys some better close-ups later on. But this guy, I got it at Rainbow Gardens for $20, I think so. I think I can show you the price. Let me see. Yeah, $20. And I don't know, like I can never say no. And if I see another variegated domino peace lily, I'm gonna get it because they're just my favorite. They're easy to look after, very beautiful, very stunning, and I just, even though there are some really bad leaves, but like I said, a lot of these plants, you guys, do not like lose motivation or courage or feel like you're a bad plant parent if you see like a really, really bad leaf. It's perfectly normal, and a lot of these plants are really, really forgiving, like majority of them, like a handful of them. And no matter if you're going through something, and then once you're ready, they will be there for you. And just give it like a bottom watering session or some fertilizer or some love, some TLC, and they will reward you with some growth. So that's just what I want to say. Like, do not lose motivation. If you love plants, just continue. Like, don't, you know, because I'm seeing like a lot of people like getting stressed out over plants because they're not doing so good, especially like during like this time of like fall and winter. Like we're seeing like a lot of plants just not doing so good. But yeah, just don't give up. You guys got this. Over here we have a really fun raven that just put out these 2 new leaves. I'm surprised I haven't even posted a Instagram picture about this one, and I will very, very soon because this is so beautiful. So what happens is it's a beautiful raven, and again, it's son de camotes by bulbs, and it doesn't die back. They just, I think they're called tubers or something like that. But these are one of the plants that you really just want to neglect it. You don't even touch it at all. Like, you can touch it every now and then. But what I mean by touch it, like, do not water it. Literally, don't. They like to stay dry. Like, they want to stay dry. Every now and then, give them a good top watering. You can do bottom watering, but I prefer to do top watering because when you bottom water, the soil tends to hold more water, and it stays moist for a long period of time. And this one doesn't like to stay moist for a long period of time, for my personal experience. But when it puts out new growth, they are bright green, as y'all can see, and then slowly over time they start turning their beautiful black foliage, and I'm just obsessed with it. Like, beautiful. It was, especially when it's clean, and even when it's not clean, it's still super duper cool. Right over here we have this really fun anthurium. I think it's called a red stem anthurium, and this was sent to me by a company to do an unboxing. Now listen, you guys, I think anthuriums are really, really beautiful, and I just love their velvety leaves and the way like the sun hits them, even though sometimes I don't really like the sun. They're just such beautiful plants, but as you can see, I'm not the best at it, and I'm still not gonna give up. That is a beautiful leaf. Even it has its imperfections, but it's beautiful to me regardless. I love the lines and the shape of the leaf and just like the way it looks. It's a beautiful plant. But yes, I like it a lot, and I'm super beyond grateful that the company sent me this plant to unbox for y'all. And here she is, just living her life, and they just put out this new leaf. It looks a little bit damaged, but that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I love her no matter what, and she's gorgeous, beautiful, stunning, slaying, yes queen, period. Right over here we have a propagation that I was doing by variegated plant that I got from River Gardens. And as I can see, there is a new leaf popping up. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. I'm just like super duper excited to like get my cup of coffee. And every time I just talk about plants, I lose track of time. And yes, I just don't know when to shut up. But this is a beautiful plant. It is also one of my other favorites. I always wanted one. Now she looks a little bit like not the best, but it is on a coastal fern pot because I like to reuse my pots. But like I said, I bought this from literally this one. This was from River Gardens, and it was hanging. It was on a hanging basket. Well, that pot was a hanging basket, but it took off those sticks on top to hang it, and it was cascading, vining down, and I chopped a lot of it, and I ended up doing it by nodes, and I shoved a bunch of them para acá. And I do have another one that I ended up placing all those cuttings because I got so many cuttings out of it, and I don't know if it's here. I think it's at my mom's todavía, but excuse me. I just decided to make another one of the plants. Now it will take its time, and then now that we're entering, you know, those days when we're not getting enough light, it's not gonna grow as fast unless I give it like a grow light. Then it might thrive and do a lot better, which I'm still debating if I want to use grow lights or just not waste so much on light. But it is a beautiful plant, and I just want to make more of them because it makes me super duper happy for free. Okay, now at the very top, para acá, we have this really fun Pothos Enjoy. She is one of the most beautiful plants that I've ever had. I love it, even though I neglect her like crazy. She's still putting out these new beautiful leaves, and look at this, like almost like a heart. So cute. Now there are some vines that I think they've reverted back to green. This looks kind of sick, I don't know, but I'm just really impressed by how big these leaves are. And here's another vine, literally completely green, but I still love it. Like I really like my pothos. They're just, again, one of those easiest plants that even if you place it in a low light spot, they still develop these massive leaves. Makes me super duper happy. You know, like a philodendron or a scindapsus that literally every time I give it a low light spot, so I don't know what it is, but they just develop these small leaves and they get smaller and smaller, and I do not like that look. But yes, a beautiful Pothos Enjoy. Then we have a ponytail palm that Lively Root sent me for a Instagram picture, and then some other stuff. But she's literally super duper cute. I just got her. They sent this one, two beautiful lemon lime philodendrons, and a banana plant. It's a dwarfed one. Doesn't get too big, and it does put out fruit. We're gonna talk about it pretty soon about it. But it's such a fun plant. And then over here we have hanging some spider plants. At the very top we have like one of those basic spider plants. Literally my favorite. She's a little bit messed up because my cat Valentino kept nibbling on the leaves. Right now he's at the house because we're sleeping at my mom's house right now because we don't have our bed in the master bedroom. I had to buy a new bed. But once we start sleeping para acá, I'm gonna bring my baby para acá también. And obviously I gotta move everything around because even though he's a really good cat, he doesn't like mess around with my plants too much. I just want to make sure that he is not gonna, like, you know, just to make sure, you know. But yeah, he loves his spider plants. He likes to nibble on them and like floss his teeth with them. Over here we have a really fun Bonnie spider plant. I just got this one I think last month, and it's one of my favorite ones. And I always wanted a Bonnie spider plant because I love how the leaves get all curly. Like, do y'all see this? I think it's beautiful. And she ended up putting out babies, and I think it's at my mom's as well, but I ended up propagating them, and I think it's at the other room. By the way, we have our office para acá, so we're gonna go have another tour in this room. Yeah, see, here are the babies of my Bonnie spider plants. Do y'all see them? Like right there. Super duper excited. It started to get bigger, which means I might need to go and end up repotting. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach. I just had like cereal, and like the milk does bad for my tummy, but I'm not intolerant. But yeah, a beautiful Bonnie spider plant. Okay, now we can start with the shelves. I'm gonna go halfway, and then I'm gonna take a break, and then we continue with the other half, and I'm gonna take another break possibly, and then go to the room, take a break, and then we can go to the kitchen. We do have a lot of plants, and I do have a lot to say about them because I love each and every single one of my babies. They are my babies, and I love them so much. So right over here we have this really fun Scindapsus Silvery Ann that I just got from Etsy, and you guys, I'm just super duper happy. I don't know, for some reason when I saw my Wasteless Life, she's an amazing YouTuber, by the way. Like, if you guys haven't checked out her channel, I highly recommend it. Wasteless Life. beautiful. Like she's just literally just amazing. But she ended up making a video about scindapsus, and there were so many varieties that I've never ever heard about, and I was like, wow, like I really want to get into it. I love my philodendrons because of their vining and their beautiful foliage, and then the scindapsus are almost similar to that. But yeah, I'm super duper excited, and I ended up getting this one and a silver splash, which we'll get to in a bit. Over here we have two snake plants. I'm not sure what this one is called, but she is gorgeous. I don't know why, but snake plants with terracotta just speak volume to me. And then over here we have a fernwood sansevieria that I got from HEB. This is from Rainbow Gardens. Over here we have a tridescantia. This on a Costa Farm pot, but this was propagated. The mother plants, I ended up giving it to my mom because she loves her pink plants, and so I just took some cuttings and I placed them para acá. See, I can also chop it over here as well, and shove it back in the soil to make it more bushy. But it's a really fun tridescantia. I believe it's called the tridescantia Nanook. Super duper fun. It looks gorgeous when the sun hits the beautiful foliage. Literally, like, look at that leaf, you guys. So beautiful. Over here we have a really fun aglaumenia, aka Chinese evergreen. This still has, I keep getting like mixed plant IDs about this one. I heard frosted, and then I heard this other one, but I got it at Lowe's and it was for $13.98. When I saw it, I liked it because it was just so unique and different. It looks like it's frosted, or like there's dust on it. I like it. I don't know, I like it a lot. And then over here we have my string of hearts. She got super duper long. I also ended up chopping it multiple times, and it is tangled up, but it's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna stress about it. As you guys can see, when you chop it, it starts to get even more bushy, and when you chop one little cutting, there will be two coming out of it. So yeah, but literally such a fun plant. And I do have those cuttings in here, which literally need to be repotted ASAP. Oh, perdón. Because I kind of don't see, okay, they're still there, the little baby leaves, but this needs to get repotted, like possibly. So I'm gonna try to do it today, if not the following day. But yeah, those are my string of hearts propagations by the butterfly method. So yeah, I got this from Plantarina like 2 years ago. The unboxing is still on my channel if you haven't seen it. And then over here we have a well-fan sansevieria that I got from Rainbow Gardens, my local nursery. Literally such an amazing plant. I literally love it. And I just put out this new leaf right over here, which is super duper fun. And then over here we have a philodendron that who was it? Goulet Greenhouse, I believe, sent to me for an unboxing, and I'm just so in love with it. By the way, oh my god, that was a little bit sticky stuff. What is that? Hold on. Okay, I don't know, maybe I just touched something weird. I do get sent some plants. All the plants that are sent to me, majority of the time, I always do an unboxing in my channel. Like literally, I think at this point, 10% of my collection was gifted. And like 40% was bought, like, not like 30% from like online shops like Etsy that I bought them, or I bought it from Plantarina, and then the other percent is from like my local big box stores or my local nurseries. But yeah, so we got this really fun philodendron. It's speaking and yelling at me to give it something to climb on. What do y'all think? Like literally a moss pole, but I hate moss poles because there's so much maintenance. And then we have over here a pink princess philodendron, super duper cute. She's not doing her best. She was infested with spider mites, and then I ended up treating her, but she ended up putting this small little leaf. I think it needs fertilizer. I just finished fertilizing her, so I don't know what's gonna go on. But yeah, for some reason the PPP is just not doing so good with me. I don't know why. It makes me a little bit sad. Okay, over here we have some really fun propagation stations. These were all for decor, but both of these ended up rooting. So this is a money tree leaf that for some reason ended up rooting. Now I'm pretty sure it's not going to develop into an actual plant. It will just stay like this as long as the roots stay there and I have water. But I think it's pretty fun. And then over here we have a Chinese evergreen that also ended up putting some roots. I don't know if you guys can see the little white roots peeking through. It was the longest that took super long to propagate. But she will be, I think it's time for her to get repotted. She's been there for very long. So I don't know, those roots have become into water roots, which is a little bit difficult. The longer they're in water propagating, the harder it is for them to transition them to soil, majority of the time. But Yeah. Then over here we have the mother plants of my variegated Maranta. Again, my favorite plant. Such a beautiful plant. Now, when she's really variegated. This one, for some reason, doesn't have a lot of variegation. But even then, I still love her. But I would appreciate it if she gives me like more chunks like this old leaf over here. But super duper fun. Such a beautiful plant. And I got this for $24.99 at Rainbow Gardens. But again, like I said, it's a little bit pricey, but it was cascading and like really long. Like I think there was like 1 feet of growth. We had these really, sound like a begonia. As soon as I potted it up to this little white pot, she hasn't been liking it. I'm not so sure why, but I've never struggled with it until now, but I got it from the big box stores at Lowe's. And then over here in the back, we have a Burley Marks Philodendron, which is literally so gorgeous, and it's putting out a new leaf. Now listen, one of the leaves were purely green, and they say that whenever that happens, you just chop it back so it's not putting out any more green leaves. And yeah, okay, it wasn't the same. So this green leaf over here, even though I like it, but I'm gonna go and sit down and show you what I'm talking about. So this is that green leaf over here, and then it put out this one over here as well. And as y'all can see, it is also purely green. So what I might do is chop it para acá, and it would just get rid of this one and this one, because we do not want it to revert back. And look, see, I mean, it's happening the same thing. Supposedly the Burley Marks variegata, I don't know how you say it, Philodendron, it's not as stable on the variegation. So when it does end up happening, you need to go and chop it and do that. It's very wilty. What is that? This is like, it got bent. You guys can see where it got bent. The entire plant feels fine. So I need to go and check on this one. I gotta chop some parts off and hope that it can revert back, because this was also purely green. Holy crap. And then over here, this is the other leaf. See, there was a little bit of variegation para acá, and then it was this one which didn't have any, and then it put out this one which was just fully green, and then this one is just purely green as well. So I might need to go and chop it off all the way to the bottom. Little bit sad, but it's fine. And look at this other leaf. This one's like just purely yellow. Really fun and beautiful. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach. I'm super duper sorry. Look at this one, you guys. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. So yeah, he's just chilling para acá. Gonna go place him back. Hopefully it didn't damage any leaves. So now we got something to do later on after this video. Over here we have my Monstera Peru, just chilling para acá. He was putting out new growth, as you guys can see right there, and that's basically it. He's just chilling. Now this is a very small leaf, so I might need to go and fertilize him, and I'm perfectly fine with doing that because it is putting out new leaves. And then over here we have this Calatheas that I just got from Rainbow Gardens. Not who has some mold developing. That's usually because like it's staying moist for way too long. But this guy, whenever you get something to climb on, the leaves start to mature and develop, and then make like a key little figure kind of like shape of their leaves. And at the very back over there is a variegated aloe vera. And then next up, it is my variegated heartleaf philodendron, and as you guys can see, it's putting out some new leaves. Super duper excited about that. And over here, it's just hiding. He's a little shy behind this leaf. Look at that, that's better. So super duper fun. I actually want to chop this guy up to promote more growth, and I just have another one. And then over here we have a variegated rubber tree, a pink splash syngonium para acá, like in the window. And then on this, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 section, we have this imperial green philodendron that I've never seen this before, but it is, I think, sports variegated. It has this variegation on its stem as well. You guys can see the little spots right there, and you gotta like really look through. Maybe the sun's making it difficult to see. Hold on. You guys can see the variegation right there. And for a second I thought I was sick, but there's also some variegation on the stem from what I saw last time. So I'm just giving it light and just letting it do its thing. I really do want it to get big, because like these just have like really massive leaves. So this is an per green philodendron, but I also have another one that's pretty similar to it, which is, where is this guy? Is he my mom's as well? Holy crap, I have a lot of plants, but oh yeah, he is. Okay, I'll have it with me right now. But yeah, so he's from Walmart. Got it for $16.98. And then we have a really fun Calathea over here, which is from Plantarina. It was like on a small little 2.5 inch pot, and as you guys can see, it has grown a lot. Super duper happy about this guy. And then we have a Calathea over folia that is putting out some new leaves. Super excited about this guy. He's just living his best life. There's a little bit of damage, but it's because we've been moving a lot. But look at this new leaves coming in. This is another plant that the first time I got it, it just kept dying off on me. Kept putting out 1 or 2 leaves and then it would die back again. And then I gave up and I tossed it away. But then I decided to try again, and I bought this one at River Gardens, like in a 4-inch pot. Ended up repotting it on this Walmart pot. And now he's just living with me and just chilling and doing very good. And then we have in the back a really fun Swiss cheese, or aka Addisonii. Just super duper cool. And then over here on the bottom we have a mystery pothos. You guys tell me what it is. It has a little bit of like green markings in it, but I like it a lot because like pothos just do so good with me, and they just perform really good, and it makes me super duper happy. And that little tray right there, we have some propagations of Brazils. So that's on that. And I guess we can do this section as well, and then we'll do this. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys regardless, like in a couple seconds, but I'm gonna take a quick little break. So I'm gonna just go say this entire section, and yeah. So we're gonna have over here, there's like little no reason for me to tell you all that, but I'm very vocal about everything. So this pot, I did it by propagations, by nose. Every vining plant that I have, I always propagate it by nose because I can get more bang out of my buck. And I ended up placing some Cebu blues and neon pothos in the same pot. That was gonna look super duper cool. And as I can see, he's just doing his thing right there. That was done like 2 years ago. So yeah, he took his time to grow, but he's already here. And here is the neon pothos. Again, just putting out some really fun, good sized leaves. And then over here we have the lemon philodendron that Lively Roots sent to me. I might work with them for again for a YouTube video. They're super duper fun, and their plants are really in great shape majority of the time. There was like a mess a little bit in the packaging, but I don't blame them. I'm pretty sure the people like, you know, were doing like the delivery people were kind of messy. Because recently I've been noticing that with my people that are handling with the packages. They always toss them, even though it says plants. But yeah, this is a lemon lime philodendron. And then we have a really fun bird of paradise over here that I got for $20. You guys see the $20 right there? I got this guy at Walmart, and he put out this new leaf. Literally gorgeous, super duper proud. And then we have a Thai constellation over here. This was one of its newest leaves. And yeah, I'm super proud of this guy. I love this little white, big chunk. White. Like, I guess you could say cream, light yellow chunk. Super duper fun. And then we have my old money tree. And at the background, there are some leaves that do not look so good, but yet again, it is putting out lots of new leaves. Like, as you guys see right there and right there. And then acá también. So he's just chilling para acá. And then we have over here a golden goddess philodendron. Super duper fun. And then at the bottom we have the second lemon philodendron that they sent me as well. But that's what we have in this entire section. Later on I'll give you guys and then we're gonna go to para acá and do this part. And then the room, and then the kitchen. And then that's basically it. Alrighty guys, coffee break is done. So let's continue. At the very back of this top shelf, we have a really fun Manjula pothos. You can see it's beautiful foliage over there. Then we have these beautiful Marble Queen pothos, which honestly just, where is the other leaf? Hold on. There are some leaves that I'm just so in love with. And I think I ended up chopping them off. But look at this guy. Isn't that super cute? But yeah, we just have a really fun Marble Queen pothos para acá, which is honestly was also turning back to reverting green. Ended up chopping it, and I'm hoping that's gonna fix the problem. And then over here, right next to the Marble Queen pothos, we have a variegated piece of lily, the one that I was talking about that I got for $20 at Rainbow Gardens. And here he is. Super duper cute. I noticed that this one's a little bit more textured than the other one. Super duper fun. And then we have my humidifier, Akka. I haven't used it for a while, so it's just there for right now. Then we have the Cebu Blue, which is honestly so beautiful, and I'm just super duper proud that it's just still thriving in the apartamento. But yeah, we just have the Cebu Blue over here, a really fun Scindapsus. You already know how I love my Scindapsus, but even then, I hate it when they develop the spotlight leaves. But I do love the beautiful markings. Super gorgeous. And then over here we have this really sad silver splash Scindapsus that I got from Etsy. I do have some backups, and I keep saying I'm gonna go and chop this one up and place it in the those containers to propagate it. So I'm gonna leave it over here somewhere so I would not forget. And then we have here's the other one that I was talking about. So I'm not sure, this is an imperial green philodendron. The thing is, the new growth always comes out super light green, like almost a neonish, and then it just reverts to this beautiful green foliage. Over here we have my purple passion plant at the very back. It was about to die. I ended up chopping it, and as you guys can see, there's some new growth points developing, so that's super fun. And then here is the banana that I was talking about. This is from Lively Roots. I ended up placing it on this Costa Farm pot, and supposedly it's like a dwarfed one, so it doesn't get as big, which is super good, and it develops fruit within a year. I'm not really expecting fruit out of this, but that would be super duper cool. If I do want that to happen, I need to give it like its ideal conditions, which is like literally a really good grow light, keeping the soil moist, fertilizing it, and a humid environment as well. But it's a really fun just add in the collection. As you can see, it was damaged. I just got it yesterday. I blame it on the shipping, not on them. But yeah, super duper cute. And he feels a little bit light, so he needs to get some watering. And then we have an anthurium that ended up blooming, which is super duper fun. And then we have the variegated aloe vera paraya. We have this really fun Aristonia, aka Swiss cheese. Really fun. And then we have one of my favorites, the lemon lime philodendron, except this leaf is gorgeous. Like, look at that. When I saw this, I was like, I need it. Even though I already have a lot, I already have 2 neon when I got this one. Neon lemon lime philodendrons, and I have more because they're my favorites. I can never say no. But when I saw this, I was like, I need it. I need to take it home. Gorgeous. Even though I know it's not stable and I know it's just reverting back. I just love looking at that one leaf. Makes me super duper happy. We have a mosaic Calathea. Then we have a Chinese doll right there. And then here's the other lemon lime philodendron, one of those phases. And then a really beautiful Chinese evergreen in the back. As you can see, the stems are very white, which is really, really fun. We have a Marble Queen pothos. This is a Snow Queen pothos, but I think it has a mix of a Marble Queen pothos with also, maybe it was just reverting back, I'm not so sure. But as you can see, it looks a lot more like a Snow White, just chilling. A golden pothos, some more containers with propagations, and a snake plant at the very bottom. And then over here we have a Arizona that I got for $15 at Home Depot. Literally obsessed with it. As soon as I saw these big leaves, I was like, I need it. So I ended up taking it home. I just love vining plants. They really do help giving your apartment or place a nice jungle feel, which, as I can see, it's what I love. I love it a lot. And then over here we have a really fun Brazil, one of the oldest plants that I have ever had in my entire collection, about every 3 years. And yeah, just doing her thing, Baraka. So that's basically all the plants that we have in the living room. Now I guess we can head to the kitchen. There's only literally the plant, the ZZ, at the very top, and then this is a mess because I keep moving things around. This is from the houseplants. This is from like the Aristonia. I had to like tear down it was like a little climbing thing. I forget what you call it, like a trellis, but I didn't want it, so I ended up removing that. But here is a pink splash syngonium that I ended up doing by propagations, and obviously it really did rooted, and there's some new leaves right there. I ended up reusing this pot. Actually, this is not, hold on, because then I have this one and the other one that I showed you. Oh yeah, so basically what ended up happening, where's some other plants? That's in that terracotta pot over there. That one is the mother plant, and I ended up repotting it to a nicer, bigger pot, which is a 6-inch pot. This was its original pot, which was for $14.99, and I ended up placing some cuttings in here from the mother plants. But as I can see, it's starting to look a lot more splashy, because when I had it, it really wasn't very splashy. It was very like just green, very minor. But the more light you give it, the more splashes you get, which is super duper fun. So I'm gonna go place this guy para acá so I can get more lights and just do better. And then we have this other one, which is a Maranta. Oh my god, it's empty. What's going on? I'm gonna go place this and sphagnum moss and then in a bag to give it some TLC. But this is a variegated Maranta cutting. Well, it was rooted. I don't know what happened. I think like it fell from the box. And this is a new Calatheas that I just got for $11.98 like 3 weeks ago. And I'm in love with it. Like, look at the back of its leaves. The camera's not really pulling it through, but it's super dark, like maroon. And the top is just beautiful and gorgeous. Obsessed with it. And then we have this box, which is a bunch of propagations of Cebu blues that I was selling at the Etsy store. This is what I have remaining. Usually whenever I get an order, just to like get rid of these a lot faster, what I ended up doing is placing like 2 of these in the same order just to go away. And because like, who doesn't want like a lot of like, you know, rooted cuttings? But the reason why I'm not selling them anymore, because like some of these got damaged, as y'all can see, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to buy that. And these were all propagated by 1 nodes, and we ended up doing a lot. I think you guys can still find that video on the channel. But what I'm gonna do with this, I might give some to family, and the other ones I'll put it like in another pot and just have another mother plant of Cebu blues, which is literally insane because I already have a lot. But you can never have enough of Cebu blues. And then let me check in the master bedroom. There's nothing in there other than like, there's literally nothing there. It's completely empty. But here is the office / my boyfriend's little station where he just plays games. Over here we have some more plants. So this is entire, I ended up giving him this shelf. We can put whatever he wants. And he does have some plants as well, which I will share with y'all. But I guess we start para acá. Well, I guess we can start with his. So over here we have another really fun begonia of his. He has like a lot of begonias, like that's his sting, and ended up also getting a Brazil because like I was like, this is such an easy plant, boo, and he ended up liking it, like the way it looked, and I was super duper happy that he did liked it, because like this is such an easy plant for like beginners. I really do think so, because like damn, this is a new leaf that just came out of his plant, and look at this one as well. Beautiful, beautiful. So yes, a majority of begonias are from the big box stores or Rainbow Gardens. This one is from Rainbow Gardens and it was for $26.99. A really fun begonia with some like fuzzy little stems. And then here's another Brazil that he ended up getting as well. They had so many and he ended up getting 2 of them. They were for $3.98. Oh no, $4.98, so $5 each. And then these are some of his cuttings. It's super duper cool. Like, look at that. This is from his cuttings, from propagations. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna see if I can buy it from him. I don't know if he's selling it though, but he supposedly was gonna sell this on like online or like from Off-Road or Facebook Marketplace. But I'm actually buy this one from him because this is like super duper pretty. If he does ever decide to sell it. Here's another really fun begonia, and I'm just sure. I'm gonna try to show you guys the price, which I do not see, but as I can see, it is really, really fun. Some of these did got damaged. A lot of our plants were outside, but even then, they're still alive and putting out new growth, which is super duper good. So really, really fun. Here are some other ones. Look at this one, and then here's this other one. We call this begonia the lava begonia because like it just gives off like lava vibes, like the color and the way it glows with the sun. This little guy in the back over here, super duper cute. And then this guy para acá, and this one as well. Look at those stems. It's gonna focus. Super duper cool. And this was a gift that I gave him, a begonia, polka dot begonia or begonia maculata. Doing pretty good as well. And oh my god, look, it's putting out a new, hold on, can you guys see that? This one over here, it's putting out some new shades, which is super duper cool. And yeah, that's basically what he has in his collection. At the very top, we have an Addisonii, another one from Home Depot. You guys, they just have so many. And even then, after like a month of being there, I think about to be a month, they still have more. So that's super duper cool. They have some really beautiful, here's a asparagus fern, one of my favorites. Even though it's not a fern, it is on the name, but it's not a fern. It's really, really gorgeous, a really, really super duper fun plant. Then we have a Chinese mini plant, Varga, that has a bunch of babies, which let me go and show y'all. Look at all those babies, you guys. Super duper fun, and it's also really thirsty. And then we have a Monstera deliciosa that I have rooted in water for, I don't even like, about to be 3 years. Just for like funds, because I just love looking at roots. Then we have a Song of India. And then over here we have some more plants. So here is another variegated maranta, a tradescantii, a pink Singuinium, which I just got from Rainbow Gardens. Oh no, it's different. Yeah, from Rainbow Gardens, I believe. Here's a starfish Sansevieria, super duper fun. An Anthurium, a Hope Peperonia, Singuinium batik that I was trying to root. This is from a cutting, and it is putting out a new leaf. And then the Bonnie, curly spider plants. And then here is another Manjulu potos. Super duper fun. Here's a bird nest fern. This is called the Victoria Business Fern. Here's one of my begonias, the red one. Getting pretty leggy, but I kind of like the way it looks. And then here's a mother plant of the Singuinium batik. It got pretty big, and as you guys can see, it's like a new shoot coming in the very, very bottom. Then we have a variegated Spectatalium, or a variegated peace lily. I think was putting out a baby at the very bottom. And I put out a new leaf, which is not variegated. So that's a little bit sad, but it's okay though. Oh my god, I just got one of my air plants. Oh, by the way, I also have some air plants. Here's this one. They're pretty thirsty as well. Here's a Moonshine Sansevieria, which was honestly outside and it got burned so bad, but now it looks so much better. We have some Calatheas over here, Stromantes. And then we have the variegated one, I think it's called Magic something. Gorgeous. Then we have a Begonia, aka Frankie, I believe. And then another Addisonii, some snake plants that I ended up doing by cuttings and now they're rooted. We have a Black Dragon Sansevieria. Bird's nest ferns over here. We have this one. Then we have this other one. A Maranta, the regular one. That needs some TLC. A Moonlight Scindapsus tribei, I believe. And then we have another Chinese money plant at the very back. And then at the bottom, we have another Victoria bird's nest fern, a rattlesnake Calathea, and a peace lily. And then over here, we have my massive Monstera deliciosa, which is literally like touching the window. Vega, she's just putting out, oh my gosh, she literally just put out this new leaf and I haven't even noticed. I've been so busy. This is a new leaf, I can tell. This one, it's just a little baby leaf. Oh, that is so cute. Wait. Oh my god, I just love when Monsteras put out new leaves. It looks so beautiful. Oh, and then over here we have some more air plants. Excuse me. Look at this one. Super duper fun. I got it on clearance for 50% off at Lowe's. Here's another air plant and this little tiny one. And we have this other one. I got both of these at HEB. These from Lowe's. And that long one that you guys saw was from HEB. And then we have this really fun plant that a company ended up sending me. I forgot what it was called, but it just put out this new leaf over here. And I was putting out another new one, which is super duper cool. And then we have this other one. I think it's called like violin or something, but this was a new leaf. It got a little bit damaged, but I was putting out a new one, which makes me super duper happy. There's a little baby coming in. You all see that? That's super cool. And then we have a variegated rubber tree that I got from IKEA. Oh my god, I just love it. Like, I love it. This is one of my favorite peperonias. It's just beautiful. Love, love, love. And you guys, I think that's basically it. My entire collection. And also my boyfriend says. We still have a bunch of our plants at my mom's, so we're slowly bringing it to the apartments. But yeah, that's what we have right now. Alrighty guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's new video. This was a complete apartment tour. Like I said, we still have a bunch of other plants at my mom's and we're slowly bringing them in. We live like on the 3rd floor and there's like a bunch of stairs. So after getting all this, I was really already exhausted and I was like, I'm gonna just take a couple of days off. And then, I mean, every time when I come to I bring like 1 or 2 or 3. I just bought the bird of paradise today and 2 other plants, the Calatheas that you guys saw and the pink syngonium, well, the pink splash syngonium. But yeah, you guys, that is basically it for today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, send positive vibes to each and every single one of y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.